You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.
Portugal D7 Visa Guide. The Portugal D7 Visa is a unique residency opportunity for individuals who have a yearly income of €9,120 or more, allowing them to relocate and apply for a residence permit in Portugal. To secure a D7 visa, applicants must establish a bank account, obtain a taxpayer number, and enter a rental or property purchase agreement in Portugal, irrespective of the property's value. Key features of the D7 visa include a mandatory requirement to apply for a Portugal residence permit, a 4-month validity period, and eligibility for family members. However, it comes with some restrictions, such as no work rights in Portugal and a requirement to reside there for at least 183 days per year. Requirements for D7 visa applicants. The Portugal D7 Visa, or the Passive Income Visa, is exclusively available to non-European Union foreigners. The cornerstone of this visa lies in the applicant's ability to generate passive income outside of Portugal, such as from a pension or rental income. The critical requirement is that the applicant demonstrates sufficient income to live comfortably in Portugal without seeking local employment. The D7 visa is particularly suitable for individuals aiming to relocate to Portugal. It comes with a stipulation of a mandatory residence term of 183 days per year. Failure to comply may result in losing residency status. The Portugal D7 visa is available to adults with no criminal record, possessing non-EU citizenship, and having a monthly income of at least €760 from outside Portugal. This income could be generated through profits from business or intellectual property, pensions, or rental property earnings. In addition, applicants must own or rent residential property in Portugal. Family members who are eligible for inclusion are spouses without a criminal record, whether in registered marriages or unregistered partnerships, children under 18, university students over 18, and disabled children of any age can be included too. Siblings and parents can participate if they depend financially on the main applicant. Families applying together need an additional 50% of income for a spouse or parent and 30% for each child. To prove this income, applicants are advised to maintain a balance equal to 12 months' income in a Portuguese bank account. Other costs include medical insurance, registration fees, and fees for issuing residence permit cards. Applicants must also have suitable housing in Portugal without restrictions on the property's type, age, or value. The average cost of purchasing a house in Lisbon is €3,414 per square metre, while it is €2,068 per square metre in Madeira. Rental prices also fluctuate between regions, with Lisbon's rentals averaging €14.2 per square metre and Albufeira's €10.5 per square metre, excluding utility bills. Step-by-step procedure for obtaining a D7 visa. The process of obtaining a D7 visa involves several steps which can either be carried out personally by the applicant or delegated to specialists. 1. Acquisition of a taxpayer number is essential for renting or buying real estate and opening a bank account in Portugal. It can be registered remotely without the applicant's physical presence. 2. Purchase or rental of property. The applicant can choose housing either remotely or in person in Portugal. A long-term lease agreement, typically for 1 year, is signed for rentals, if purchasing a real estate sale and purchase contract is concluded. 3. Opening of a bank account. The applicant can open a bank account in Portugal with a taxpayer number and a passport. This can also be done remotely. An amount sufficient to support the family for a year is then transferred into this account. 4. Collection of documents for a D7 visa. These include an international passport, medical insurance policy, 2 coloured photos, a police clearance certificate from the country of origin, a lease or purchase agreement for real estate, marriage or birth certificates, a Portuguese bank statement, and a tax number registration certificate. 5. The applicant must personally submit these documents to a Portuguese consulate in their country of origin. The application process can take up to 90 working days and may be extended if additional documents are needed. 6. Entry into Portugal. The D7 visa is valid for 4 months, during which the applicant must enter Portugal and apply for a residence permit at the Immigration and Border Services. 7. Receiving the residence permit card. It is mailed to the applicant's registered address in Portugal. The initial residence permit card is valid for 2 years. It can be extended for another 3 years, after which the applicant may apply for permanent residency or citizenship. Portugal D7 Visa benefits. The D7 visa offers a cost-effective route to immigration in Portugal. Applicants only need to secure housing and demonstrate a minimum passive income of €9,120 per year from overseas sources. Family members, including spouses, children, parents, and siblings, can be included in the D7 visa application, allowing them to immigrate alongside the primary applicant. Living in Portugal under a D7 visa grants a residence permit and unrestricted access to Portuguese amenities, such as public institutions, free education, social insurance, trade union protection, and high-quality healthcare, on par with local citizens. Foreigners residing in Portugal for over 183 days annually can acquire tax resident status for tax optimization. This enables them to potentially qualify for the non-habitual resident status, providing preferential tax conditions for 10 years. The D7 visa also grants visa-free travel within the 27 Schengen countries, eliminating the need for additional permits. After 5 years of residency, D7 visa holders can apply for Portugal citizenship, which allows visa-free travel to 187 countries and the freedom to live in any EU country. Importantly, applicants will not be required to renounce their original citizenship, provided their home country permits dual citizenship. That's it for this episode about the Portugal D7 visa. Visit immigrantinvest.com for more detailed information and real-life case studies, or to book a meeting with Immigrant Invest lawyers who can help find answers to tricky questions. Take the next step towards your global opportunities and secure your future with Immigrant Invest. And see you in the next episodes of Passport Talks.
You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.